Look at those horsies. They look beautiful. Who needs Uber when you have horsies? Good day, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Isla Ivatan. This is episode 13. First of all, with the COVID-19 taking over the world, I hope that everyone is staying healthy. I hope that you are hunkered down and practicing social distancing. I know many of you are probably bored out of your minds, but I've made this video just for you. So stay home, save lives, and wash your hands. You are probably wondering, why do I have a fortress in the middle of downtown? This is inspired by a place in Manila called Intramuros. Back in 1521, Ferdinand Magellan from Portugal embarked on a journey to be the first to circumnavigate the world. After 1 year at sea, his ship and his crew landed on an island in the Philippines called Mactan. The local chieftain named Lapu-Lapu heard about the foreigners on the island, so he sent out thousands of his men to the beach. There was a brief battle. Magellan was shot by a poisoned arrow through the leg and was left to die by his retreating comrades. The remaining crew went back to Spain with the news that Magellan has died and the earth is not flat, divided into 81 tiles, just like in city skylines. Fast forward to 40 years later, Miguel Lopez de Legazpi, an explorer from España, sailed towards the Pacific. This time, he brought more men and the greatest weapon of all, religion. There wasn't much resistance this time around from the natives. He established the first Spanish colony in Cebu in the year 1565. Having heard from the natives about the rich resources in Manila, Legazpi dispatched two of his generals, Martin de Goiti and Juan de Salcedo, to explore the island of Luzon, along with less than 1,000 men. The Spaniards arrived on the island of Luzon in 1570. De Goiti defeated the local tribes led by Ra Sulaiman, Ra Matanda, and Lacandula. Local settlements were ransacked and destroyed. Manila was partially conquered by De Goiti. However, guerrilla offensives continued for the next 10 months. De Goiti went back to Legazpi and asked for help. Legazpi sent out 27 ships along with stronger forces. After several months of warfare, the natives were defeated, and the Spaniards made a peace pact with Ra Sulaiman, Lacandula, and Ra Matanda. Legazpi made a deal to the tribal leaders that they will be exempt from taxes, so the bastards handed Manila to the Spaniards. Legazpi declared Manila as the new capital of the Spanish colony on June 24, 1571, because of its strategic location and rich resources. Manila became the political, military, and religious center of the Spanish Empire in Asia. The city was in constant danger of natural disaster and attacks from foreign invaders. In 1574, a fleet of Chinese pirates led by Li Ma Heng attacked the city and destroyed it before the Spaniards drove them away. The colony had to be rebuilt again by the survivors. These attacks prompted the construction of the wall. The construction of the walls began on 1590 and continued under many governor-generals until 1872. That's 302 years. And do you know who funded them? China. Fast forward to the end of the Spanish-American War. Spain sold the Philippines to the United States for $20 million. Intramuros became the headquarters of the US Army. In December 1941, the Imperial Japanese Army invaded the Philippines. In 1945, the battle for the liberation of Manila began when American troops tried to occupy Manila on January 1945. Intense urban fighting occurred between the combined American and Filipino troops under the United States Army. As the battle continued, both sides inflicted heavy damage to the city. The Imperial Japanese Army was pushed back, eventually retreating into the Intramuros district. General MacArthur ordered a heavy bombing of Intramuros. The bombings leveled most of Intramuros, leaving only 5% of the city structures. The walls lost 40% to the bombings. Over 100,000 Filipino men, women, and children died during the Battle of Manila. In 1951, Intramuros was declared a historical monument. Since then, the restoration of the walls has begun, along with the city within.